Now, this is an indoor smokeless grill and griddle. You get everything. You get the grill plate, the griddle plate, you get a book with recipes as well. You can cook anything that you would put on a grill on this. It's completely non-stick. It goes up to 500 degrees, perfectly even edge-to-edge cooking with this. It's $140 everywhere you look. We have the lowest price in the marketplace for the next 24 hours at $89.99. Not only that, free shipping, 5 flex pay, extended holiday returns through the end of January. Any foodie on your list would love to get this for a holiday gift. Ninja is always a big ticket item, so we were so excited here to be able to bring you the best place anywhere in the market, the best price ever for the next 24 hours. So definitely take a look at that. It's on hsn.com if you'd like to get a closer look and watch a video. Well, hello, Chef Shahir.
Hello, how's it going?
Good to see you, my
Smells
friend.
good in here today.
Smells incredible, doesn't it? You know, it's hard to cook, though, if you struggle with opening the cans that you need. You like that transition there?
That was beautiful.
I gotta say.
That was good. That was smooth.
You have to watch your screen, because if you've got one of those twisty, rusty, clunky, heavy, hard to use can openers, how about one that runs on a rechargeable battery? You don't even have to touch while you use it. There's no sharp edges when it opens, and the lid doesn't fall into the food once you've got it undone. And that Michelle, makes me crazy.
So this is kind of my party trick of the day. It's called the Kitchen HQ one-touch can opener. And I literally press it once, I step back, and wait for it to go kind of around the world. And unlike those old rusty can openers, look at that. The magnet lifts off the lid easily, seamlessly. Now, an old school can opener, you touched on it, goes into the food. And that's why it becomes so rusty. That's why it becomes so hard to use. So at Kitchen HQ, we said, okay, something as simple as a can opener. How do we make this easy, one touch, and it goes around the food? Now you're left with a lid.
Oh, and you're just grabbing it with your fingers.
Because it's totally not sharp. Gives you a smooth edge.
That's amazing.
And it goes around the lid.
Genius.
So again, you just press it once. And you'll notice that I'm doing all sorts of different size cans. Oh, that one still needs to go more?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. So it doesn't matter, you're just gonna set it right on the edge?
You just press it once, let it go all the way around. The same magnet that lifted off the lid is sticking to the top of the can, going around the food, not into the food. And so, look at that, right off. The magnet sticks to the lid, taking it off, totally smooth. And people often get worried when I do this, or when I do this.
Right.
Look at this. It is completely smooth. If ever you've wrestled with the edge of a can, you know how sometimes you got that hanging area
it's the worst.
and you got to rip it off? That's how you get a cut. And that's how it's really a pain, because it's getting into your can, into your food.
Well, you know what else? I feel like you could set that lid right back on top of the can too. If you, I mean, it's not going to be an airtight seal, but if you, you know, like tomato sauce or condensed milk, things you don't use the whole can all the time, and you want to save it, coconut milk, whatever it might be.
Tomato paste, a great one.
How nice to be able to just put the lid back and throw it back
so,
on the fridge.
You know, oftentimes I'll open a can of tomato paste, use a tablespoon or a teaspoon, and then what do I do with it? Because it's a clean cut, nothing sharp, you can put it back onto your can. And every kitchen needs a can opener, because we're talking about tuna, chickpeas, you know, tomato paste, big cans, small cans. I want to show you that it can use any different size. Heading into the holidays, talk about a stocking stuffer. Anyone needs a can opener.
A good little $20, that's like that sweet spot for gifting. Here, it comes with the cord so that you're going to charge this up. You're not constantly buying batteries for this. And the fact that you don't even have to touch it while it's working, not only can you, you know, run and check the oven or do other things, but if you have dexterity issues or you're thinking of getting this for someone that does, that's going to save a lot of stress and hassle for them too, especially as we go into the holiday season. I'm noticing we've got some sweet potatoes and yams and, you know, cranberry sauce and green beans.
Get the big cans, the small cans, and, you know, like I said, if ever you've wrestled with the old school can opener, you kind of get the lip and you're wrestling with it, it's rusty. It's because old can openers go into the food. At Kitchen HQ, we said one touch, it goes around the can, around the food. So it's never going to rust. And then you just lift it off.
See that?
Like that. Easy.
That's fantastic.
Totally
you know, and this doesn't take up a ton of space too, because some of us, if you have the electric ones, they're tall and you got to keep them on the counter, plug them in to use them. Again, with this, it's grab and go. It's quick and easy, and that's why I think this would make a great giftable for somebody. Check it out. That magnet is going to hold on to the top for you.
It just lifts off the lid for you. You press it once, it goes around. No batteries. Over here, you just see that USB charge. So you just charge it up. You don't need batteries. and you press it once. Anyone needs a can opener, and you gotta get away from those old, rusty can openers that get into your food, not around.
This is the big thing with Kitchen HQ. It's about taking those everyday problems and solving them in really clever and unique but simple ways. I mean, it just makes sense the way that this is working.
Yeah.
And I love that, again, it doesn't matter what size the cans are, how wide around they are. It could be the tiniest of tiny, it could be your cat food. You know, but think about that.
There's a big one. Big, small, medium, your cat food, tomato paste, you know, chickpeas, whatever. This is a kitchen staple, and you're totally right. At Kitchen HQ, we take ideas and say, how do we make life in your kitchen easier? Let's come up with solutions for just everyday items. We solved the can opener, right?
That's so
we
true.
solved the can opener.
And think about the one you have, because I've got one in my drawer. The old school ones, right? They're hard to turn, they slip off constantly. If they're rusty, that's because they're going into the liquid and the stuff that's inside your can. So think about that when you're doing cat food and then vegetables and then dog food and then tuna, and all that stuff is contaminating not only your can opener, but the actual food in the cans.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, these are the things to keep in mind. Simplistic. It's not that complicated here. We've got a little $20 gadget for you.
It's one touch, let it go
and you're
around,
good to go.
let the magnet do the work.
I love that.
And a lot of people don't know this. The first item ever sold on HSN was a can opener. That was 40 years ago. So we had a good run with the old school can opener. That's the one where you kind of hand crank it.
It's time for some innovation.
A little innovation here. One touch, let the magnet rip off the lid for you. And when you have that lid, it's totally smooth. You made a great point. You can now use it to pretty much reseal that tomato sauce, that cat food.
That to me is worth
paste.
its weight in gold.
Absolutely.
I mean, honestly.